ICT has shown this London Killzone Judas swing setup, however a lot of people are trading it wrong and they end up getting caught up on the wrong side of the market. So in this video I'm going to simplify everything you need to know for this strategy and show you the highest probability live market examples. Also, tons of people have been asking me to share my live trades, so I've launched my own signals room where you guys can learn how to use these strategies correctly and make consistent profits using the strategies that I'm teaching on YouTube. However, only for the people in the signals room, I'm going to be sharing trades on gold specifically, which I haven't taught on YouTube, and they by far have the highest win rate and with a specific edge that I haven't taught on YouTube. So as you can see, we've had 100% win rate so far, and on gold, the signal that we sent out today, price ended up tanking our take profit, smashing our take profit for over 50 pips, and price ended up running away for even more for over 90 pips. So if you guys were just taking the signal, if you risked 1%, you guys could have made 3.8% comfortably just off one signal on gold. And as you can see, we've had 100% win rate so far. All our trades have been hitting take profit. So if you guys want to join, click the link in the description below to join my live signals room and to follow along with my live trades and learn how to use these strategies correctly, because a lot of people have been overwhelmed by ICT concepts and they don't know how to use it in the live market. So if you guys join the signals room, you will know how to trade it live. I'll be showing you trades almost every single day if the market conditions are right. And if you want to join, click the link in the description below to get started. Let's get into the video. So there's two main variations for this strategy. I'm going to run you through the first variation and the rules, and then we'll get into the second variation. So let's get into the timing first. So the time window, we're going to delineate our time window. It's only a 1 hour 15-minute window. It's not very long at all. Okay, so 2:45 a.m. to 4 a.m. New York time and 7:45 a.m. to 9 a.m. London time. We're going to be using the 15-minute and the 1 minute only. So from the 15-minute, we're going to drop down to the 1 minute to find our confirmations. And the main concepts we're going to be using are the order blocks and fair value gaps, liquidity sweeps, and market structure shift. If you haven't watched my order block and fair value gap video already, I recommend that you do watch that, as it will help a lot when you're watching this video. The pairs it works best on is Euro USD, GBP USD, and GBP JPY. So let's get into the first variation over here. So as you can see, before our time window, you can see prices over here, right? Let's say you're watching it on the 15-minute time frame. Price is right here in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so what we're waiting for is a liquidity sweep in either direction and for price to tap into an order block. So as you can see, there's an old high right here and there's an order block on the 15-minute on the left that we'll find over here. Okay, you'll see it on the live market example. It's obviously going to be a lot clearer. So all you wait for is price to tap into that order block on the 15-minute time frame, and then on the 15-minute time frame you drop down to the 1 minute, and the 1 minute I've labeled it as blue because you're going to be looking for the confirmation here to take the trade lower off the order block. Now what a lot of people think is that you just have to enter off the order block and have a big stop loss over here without any confirmation. You just enter, and what will end up happening a lot of the times is price will actually just run through that order block without working. Okay, it might respect another order block, or it might just go in the complete opposite direction. So that's why a lot of people are getting faked out. What they're missing is the lower time frame confirmation. So what we do on the 1 minute is for price to show structure and confirmation in this order block area. So what confirmations do we look for in this area? Simply all we wait for is, you could see a liquidity sweep on the 1 minute over here, and then what you wait for is a market structure shift, break of structure, change of character, essentially all the same thing. However, the highest probability setups have to close below this area right here, below the structural point. That's a valid market structure shift. I know ICT says it doesn't have to like close below with a body. However, the highest probability setups have to close below, because would you rather have a lower probability setup or a high probability setup? A high probability setup. So the higher probability setups have to close below this market structure shift area. Okay, and then all you wait for is the FVG to be tapped into. It could be extreme, it could be the most recent FVG, and I'll show you the examples for that on the live market examples. And all we do is we take our trades, and if you watch the fair value gap video, you'll know what the consequent encroachment is. And what you could do is you could mark out the consequent encroachment of the fair value gap and take the entry off that and put your stop loss above the highs for sells, above the highs for sells, and above below the lows for buys. Let's get into the second variation. Okay, so for the second example, as you can see on the 15-minute time frame, there's no main liquidity sweep. As you can see, price just taps into this 15-minute order block area without a major liquidity sweep. Okay, however, on the 1 minute time frame, the confirmation we're looking for, as you can see, price does not take the high out before breaking structure. So price leaves this as a lower high, unmitigated liquidity over here. Okay, unswept liquidity, untapped liquidity, all essentially the same thing. However, the common denominator is that we get a market structure shift. So now we know that price, when price was going up, okay, that trend has ended, and now price is going to go down now. Okay, so all we wait for is that market structure shift, retracement to the fair value gap, take our entry, and then target the opposing liquidity for both variations. We just target the opposing liquidity, low hanging fruit, the closest area, or the main opposing liquidity. Could be equal lows, previous session lows, previous daily lows. I'll show you in the live market examples. Let's get into the live market examples. However, before we get into live market examples, if you're trying to pass your funded challenge or you're looking to get funded, then this automated trading bot is for you. Most people spend $8,000 to $9,000 in the space of 4 months before they reach their first funded account. But with this bot, you can avoid this waste of time and money by letting it pass the challenge for you, 100% guaranteed. Our bot does not miss. It passes the challenge usually in a few hours and the same day. So the day after, you could be funded 6 figures, trading live, making real profits. It's a zero risk investment. If you fail the challenge, you get a full refund. However, we've never ever failed the challenge, so you will be funded. That's 100% guaranteed. Get on this whilst it's still available. Click the link in the description to get funded and don't waste time. Okay, so let's get into the first example. So as you can see, I've got my trading time marked out with these vertical lines over here, our time window, and we're on the 15-minute time frame, and also my time is set to New York time over here. Okay, so all we do is you look left on the 15-minute time frame. Is there a clean order block that price is tapping into or could tap into soon on the left? And as you can see, there's a clean order block area right here. Some people might mark out this whole order block over here or just the last up candle before the down move. And the reason they are wrong, I will show you in a couple of minutes. However, this is not the order block. And if you watch my order block video, you would know why. So this is going to be our order block. And you can mark out the full high if you want to be safe. However, I'm going to mark out the bodies to refine this area slightly, okay? And all we wait for is price to tap into this area. As you can see, has price tapped into this area? Yes. Price has also taken out these Asian highs right here, this major liquidity point, the previous session highs. Price has taken that out as a liquidity sweep. So all we do is you go into the 1 minute time frame, and all we're waiting for is that market structure shift. And as you can see, we had a major liquidity sweep over here, and this is going to be our major market structure shift low. So all we're waiting for is a break of structure, market structure shift, change of character, whatever you want to call it. It's basically all the same thing. So we just let price play out. Okay, so as you can see, price is closed below on the 1 minute. Now, how many FVGs and fair value gaps have we got in this leg? Well, we've got quite a few. We've got one right here. Okay, we've got one right here. Let's mark this out. So which one do you choose? If you want to be more aggressive, you can choose the extreme fair value gap. However, you want something in confluence with the fair value gap. So as you can see, in line with the most extreme fair value gap, okay, this is going to be a better fair value gap. Why? Because it's in premium of this range over here. Okay, so that would be a more probable fair value gap. Okay, a high probability fair value gap to enter off. Also, in addition to that, we've got the consequent encroachment level. Okay, what's in line with this? As you can see, this order block right here. So we could take the trade off this fair value gap, okay, and place our stop loss above the highs, because it's literally only a couple of pips difference. If you put your stop loss here, it's 2 pips, 2.3 pips, okay, 1 pip difference. It doesn't really matter. Then how do you target? Which levels do you target? So all we're going to do is target opposing liquidity. As you can see, we've got previous daily lows. If we go up to the 15-minute again, so just using the 15-minute time frame and the 1 minute time frame, we've got the previous daily lows right here. So this is going to be our main liquidity level, okay? This is going to be our main draw on liquidity, and that take profit is going to give us a 1 to 7.8. So if you put 1% risk on, that's just under 8%. So you could literally just pass your challenge in just one trade by taking the setup, okay? Just following the trading plan. So now we found our entries within our time window. We can take profit outside of our time window. It doesn't really matter if we take profits within our time window or outside, as long as the setup forms within our time window and we get the entry within our time window, okay? So we go on the 15-minute time frame and we just let price play out. And as you can see, price smashes our take profit and then starts reversing for over a 1 to 7, a 1 to 7.8. Let's get into the second and harder example, which a lot of you will be confused on. Let's get into the second and more difficult example where a lot of you will be faked out. So as you can see over here on the left on the 15-minute time frame, a lot of people will mark out this order block as the valid order block that we're waiting for price to tap into. However, this is a low probability order block. Why? Because first of all, we have a fair value gap right above it, and fair value gaps do tend to be filled pretty much like instantly just after they're created. Okay, so price could fill in and go through that, fill in this fair value gap and go through this order block. Second of all, as you can see on the left, we've got this main order block area right here, this whole region, okay? However, this is the liquidity point that price is going to take out. Why is it a liquidity point? Because there's a fair value gap right above it and relative equal highs. If you drop down the time frame, you will see these as old highs, okay, where liquidity is resting above. And what you can do, which is a secret hack that not a lot of people are showing, is just drop down one time frame to look for your points of interest. So as you can see, just above this area, we've got this order block region right here, just above that liquidity point and fair value gap, okay? So back to the 15-minute, this is also a candle which I have touched upon in a few of my other videos. So if you have been watching this channel for a while, you will know what I call this candle. So comment it down below. However, all we're waiting for now is price to tap into an order block, and to the bullish side as well. Let's say this order block right here. There's a big body candle right here before the break, and it's the last move before this up move. Okay, so as you can see, if you've watched the order block video, we can see that and then that. Okay, so we can see a down move, liquidity sweep, and then this caused the market structure shift. So that's why it's made up of two steps, the order block. It's not just the last down candle before the up move, which a lot of people think it is. No, it has to follow the requirements of a high probability order block. So wait for price to tap into either direction, either order block. And then if you want to take profits, well, we're getting to take profits after we enter the trade. So let's let the market play out. I'm going to get rid of this because the vertical line, the session indicator will show up. So price has tapped into the order block area now, okay, this whole area. So now we're going to drop down to the 1 minute time frame. So on the 15-minute, straight to the 1 minute, and all we wait for is a market structure shift. A lot of people would call this a market structure shift. However, it's not a valid market structure shift. Why? Because the bodies did not close below. And let's see what happened to that. Okay, as you can see, if you would have sold in this area after this fake market structure shift, you would have been taken out, which is why I explained at the start. We want to see the bodies close below. A lot of people say, oh, it just has to wick it. However, this will happen. You'll end up getting stopped out. And this is why a lot of people are not finding success with these smart money concepts and ICT concepts, because they aren't using it right and they aren't looking for high probability setups, okay? So all we wait for now is a market structure shift, a valid market structure shift. So as you can see over here, price has just broken this market structure shift low with a body and close below. Where's the FVG in this leg? There's only one fair value gap. We're going to mark out this area right here and the consequent encroachment level, okay? And what you could do is just enter our 50%. So what we're going to do is mark out our 50% area, place our entry at the 50% level, and place our stop loss above the fair value gap high, which is the overall market structure high anyways, okay? You could target the low hanging fruit, which is this order block right here, for a solid 1 to 4, just over 1 to 4.5. However, you could also target the previous session low, the previous daily low, as I have mentioned in other videos. So if you also have your daily bias as well with this, which you don't need, you don't have to have your daily bias. However, if you do have a daily bias, it's obviously a much higher probability setup. And as you can see, the market is trending down, so price could even run further away. However, let's just see what price does after our entry, okay? So found our entry right here. As you can see, price tanks away, flies away straight away. And let's forward it to the 15-minute to speed things up a bit. And just before price hits take profit, I want to remind you, if you want to pass the funded challenge, our trading bot will pass the challenge for you, and it's a 100% guarantee because it's a bot that's trading, okay? It's not humans, it's a bot, it's a robot that we've programmed ourselves, so it will pass the challenge for you, 100% guaranteed. If you fail the challenge, you get all your money back that you paid us. It's 100% guaranteed, no questions asked. However, you will be funded and we will pass the challenge for you, okay? And also you get free 1 month access to the signals with our own signals room, with the gold trades that's specifically for the signals people only. It won't be shared on YouTube ever. It will only be on the signals room, so you will get access to that free for 1 month whilst you have a funded account, so you can learn how to take the trades from my signals room. You can learn how to take trades on your live funded account and make real profits. Our clients have been getting loads of payouts, loads of certificates. All the proof is on the Telegram, all the testimonials over here, so you guys should definitely check this out if you want to get funded. It's 100% guarantee, so I don't know what you're waiting for. If you're still waiting around and you're not funded, then you really should join this service, okay? Because it's a win-win situation. You will be funded guaranteed. If you fail the challenge, you will be refunded 100% of the money you paid us, no questions asked. However, you will be funded. We've got loads of people locking in their accounts right now, okay? They're getting funded. As you can see, we've got loads of testimonials over here on the funded Telegram chat. So if you want to join, click the first link in the description below, because you will be funded. Let's get back into the trade example. So all we do is we let the trade play out. As you can see, we've targeted the previous day low. This is Wednesday, we're trading on Thursday, and all we do is let price play out. And as you can see, price smashes our take profit for over a 1 to 13.5. If you use 1% on that, that's 13.5% made. On a 100k account, if you use 1%, that's $13,500 made in just one single day, okay? And as you can see, price flies away because price was actually trending. So if you were to hold this trade or take partials and let the trade play out, okay, price would have gone for absolutely crazy risk to reward. 1 to 26. And guys, these trades are being shared live on the live signals room, so if you haven't already, go and join up. It'll be in the link in the description below, and you will be funded. By the way, guys, if you've joined the fastpass service, you will be funded, and you get free 1 month signals after you pass the funded challenge for you. And if you join the signals, if you just want the signals and don't want a funded account, which I don't know why you'd want that, you do want a funded account so you can trade live on. If you just want the signals, however, just by itself, you can click the link in the description and get into the signals room. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Drop me some more video suggestions in the comment section down below, and leave a like, comment and subscribe, and also follow my Instagram and Twitter, as I'll be a lot more active on there, and I'll be dropping some trading gems on there. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.